Hmm.
All right, welcome everybody. If you, of course, can like and share the stream, see if we can get some more friendly people in here, that'd be appreciated. Welcome to the Mikestand, where we stream. Thank, thanks, bro. Laugh out loud. No problem, crazy. Well, I guess you're thinking action since he's the one who put your page up there. All right, so we're gonna just give it a few minutes. So how's your week going there, Action?
It's been quite long. I've been waking up every day at 4 a.m. to start to head out to work at 4:30, 5 o'clock, getting there for 7, and then staying there for 13 hours. Then
13-hour
driving
work
another.
days. Ouch. And that's
Oh, that's
5 days
that's
a week you're doing that?
yeah. Uh, 14 hours some days, depending on the drive back if the traffic's good. So I'm actually quite pooped right now. So I'm can't find my camera, and then I'm tired. So I do my best.
Well, yeah. Well, thank you for being here. I do appreciate it.
Anytime.
And of course, you're in the rotation now. So, as RJ had suggested to me, I'm gonna probably start doing more of a rotation system where I'll basically call on you probably every month, every few weeks, depending of course on how many people I actually have in the rotation. I'd actually have up to 4 now. Well, I may have, but it's more like 6 or even 7. So,
Oh,
um,
sweet.
all right. So we do have 3 people here. Yeah. So Crazy Cat, I'm sorry, Crazy Cries. Right? Is that what it is? What?
That's awesome. Crazy cries, yeah. Oh no, everyone messes up his name. It's awesome.
Well, it wasn't intentional.
Tech was it? Mm.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. It never is. It's awesome though. So, my sons were calling him Crazy Fries the one time, and then
Uh,
I was like, no, it's Crazy Cries, and then they're like, okay, and then they're like, and then like the next day, like when I'm sitting there playing games with them, they're like, how's Crazy Fries doing? I'm like, oh my goodness, kids.
Oh yeah. Well, it's funny because I had a similar situation when I was a kid. My dad kept having to correct me because I used to get the words memorized and mesmerized confused.
I mesmerized it, Dad.
Yeah. So, well, thank you, Crazy Craig, for sharing the screen. Hopefully, as I said, we can get some more people in here. So I know you're new, and I know you said you subbed, so I'm grateful for that. So let me just kind of give you a little bit on what I do here. So I stream 5 nights a week, Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. Pacific time, 9 p.m. Eastern. Um, where Monday to Thursday I do a niche newscast where I basically will read niche news articles from sites like Bounding into Comics, CBR, Critical Blast, and they cover niche topics like anime, cartoons, comics, manga, pro wrestling. I also have a segment called This Day in Niche History where we just kind of a this day in history, just focusing more on the niche topic. Then on Friday, which is what you're here for now, we're doing kind of a deep dive, doing a historical comic retrospect, um, in which we're looking back at comics of old. Right now, we're working our way through February of 1939. I'll be reading today. We'll be reading from Jumbo Comics #7 from Fiction House. So we have some stories planned, and after we do the 3 main stories, we do 3 main features. We do, of course, we'll read some of the other features as time permits. And I have Action here with me this week to provide some additional commentary. Give his viewpoint on what we're reading, and we cover everything we do in terms of commentary. Do some comparative social commentary, you know, between like what was considered acceptable back then as compared to now. Word and language usage analysis, story structure analysis, picking up trivia tidbits and whatever else we find. So,
I thought you were just going to voice act today. I thought you were just going to read a comic and voice act today.
Well, I'll do that too. I mean,
okay.
You know that you know I'll do that eventually. You know, I'm just, as I said, just kind of trying to give everything. Yeah. So, anyways, all right. So let's do this, and then with that, let's see now where are we at. So, yeah, we're at 6 minutes. We have, contrary to what YouTube and StreamYard are telling me, I think we have 3 people here. So I think it's a good time to start. Before I start, Toys, is there anything you wanted to add? Anything you wanted to add, promote, or anything to that effect?
Yeah, check out Crazy Cry's YouTube channel. It's pretty cool. Lots of cool gameplays are on there. Also check out his Twitch. Very fun guy. Awesome Christian streamer. Currently playing lots and lots of Fortnite with me.
Alrighty then. All right. Well, with that, why don't we go ahead and get to the feature presentation, as they like to say. Right, Toys?
Yep. Then we got to play the drums like da dun 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 dun.
Alrighty then. So here we are. This is the cover of the comic we're looking at here. Jumbo. So this is Jumbo Comics right here. Number 7. You see number 7 April. Now, I usually refer to things by their on sale date, which this went on sale in February, but you notice that the month they give is April. The April is the cover date. The cover date, just as a little.
The date was released on stand.
Yeah. So the cover date is April, but it went on the newsstands, in February of 1939. Just so you know, usually that's the case. It will be 1 to 2 months ahead of the cover date when it goes on the newsstand. So just bear that in mind. So 10 cents, and they say here, bigger, better, funny, bigger and better funnies.
10 cents. Long ago.
Yeah.
The equivalent of today's
now you almost have to pay
$15.
like $6 to $7 to get a comic. Back in these days, you didn't have to pay. All you had to do is, all you needed was a dime to get a comic.
Well, nowadays you need to spend $15-$20 because companies are so hard up. They're starting to charge outrageous prices for their comic books because they're failing.
Mm-hmm. Of course, we got 4 big pages of Peter Pup, Sheena, Queen of the Jungle, and Sir Steele. Big pages, big pictures, big type, easy to read. And then on the side here, of course, have some other characters like Bobby,
the Hawk,
Pee-wee, Otto, and Wilson. Plus Jumbo Jinx pages. Now, for some of our newer people, just another little tidbit here before we actually get into the readings here. And Toys knows this because I've mentioned this before. Back in the golden age here, the comic books were more akin to what we know of today as like the highlight. If you've ever seen the Highlight magazine for kids, that's basically how the comics were back in the 30s, with the exception, of course, they were more comic stories as opposed to like, you'd have all kinds of things. You'd have the stories, but you'd also have little featurettes, and you'd have game pages and all that, just like you would with highlights.
Yeah, the comics were more based like the funny pages.
Yeah. So. All right, so let's go ahead and get into this then. Okay, so prize winners. Jumbo Jim December prize party. Filling in balloons with gags. First prize, $5 to Agnes Dodge, age 13. 413 Somerset Street, Gloucester City, New Jersey. Don't go to her. Don't go to this. My guess is this young lady she's either very old or probably even dead by now. This was 1939, meaning she was born in 1926. She'd likely, if she was still alive, would be something like
And her
96. She'd be like 96. Yeah. So, if that. So, I guess this is something that she sent in. Let's see. Tonight, my, with baby. Please give me a lift. Okay. Yesterday I dined at the 5 and 10. And today he dined just on 10. You see that right there, Toys?
Yeah, he ate the car.
Yeah. Oh, and these are some of the other prize winners right here. So here we go with that. So
sweet.
And Bobby, Cheryl. Well, as I said, first off, we'll skip to the stories that we usually cover here, and then we'll go back through other ones. We'll focus on our main features first, and then. Of course, we'll do some of the featurettes along the way too, since they tend to be a little shorter. Puzzle fun, and look how they spelled fun there. Yeah, probably to keep the whole P thing going. Yeah,
fun spelled with a P, like pun.
Yeah. Oh yeah, good point there, Toys. Yeah. Fun, fun, puzzle, fun, yeah. Puzzle, fun. Good point. Yeah. The color twins. Color these Dutch twins in their bright and gam colors, bright and gay colors. Now, something we talk a lot about here, word usage, right? Gay back in these days did not mean the same as it does today. And this it means happy, festive,
fun.
That's what it meant back then.
Yeah.
They are not implying that these two characters are homosexual. So just a little historical tidbit for you there on word usage, on how they used words back then. So, all right. And a letter to each object, or add a letter to each object to form their animals. All right. So, all right. So easel. Weasel, W. I don't know what the circle thing is there, and then, yeah.
Let me enlarge the screen a little bit.
All right. Complete these girls' names. Ed, Ice, Ire, on, or, okay. Let's see. Red. Mildred, Clarice,
Irene.
Well, no, it's at the back end.
Oh,
I think it said complete these girls' names. So Mildred, Clarice, let's see, on Miriam. And I can't get the other one.
Guinevere.
Oh, mother, is my dress. I want to. It. Fill in the dots with 2 words that sound alike. Let's see. Sound alike, but are spelled differently. So here's the homonym activity right here, right?
Yeah.
Words that sound the same but are spelled differently. Oh, mother blank is my dress. I want to.
Oh, it's oh mother dear is my dress. I want to.
Yeah. Oh, mother dear is my dress. I want to dear it.
No, it's oh mother dear is
All
my
right.
dress. I want to wear it.
Wear it. Okay, yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
good. Then it's not a homonym. I was thinking it might have been a homonym thing.
yeah,
It was the same word, just spelled differently. But
yeah. Well, you can spell dear multiple ways, and you can spell wear multiple ways.
oh, I see. Oh, mother, where is my dress? I want to wear. Oh, okay. There
Yeah.
we go. All right, there we go. Good eye there. Um, 3 boys went boating, each in a separate boat. Find the hidden country in the above sentence. Okay. I'll find the hidden country. Okay. So the 3 boys went boating, each in a separate boat. Find the hidden country in the above. So I guess somehow if you rearrange the letters in a way, or there'll be the name of a country. I guess that's how that game goes. So
Is there a way you can go? You see the bottom of the boat towards the back, where it's lots of little dots. At least that's what it looks like on my screen. Maybe that's a word.
what the bottom part of the screen where well I
Well,
what I
the
see is
not the small canoe, but the schooner. Well,
schooner.
yeah, it's part of the waves. If you look,
Yeah, I see it. It looks like there's 3 boats, but they're each on a like there's a top that black boat up top. There's a
yeah.
white boat, and then there's a canoe, but I really can't see it. But anyways, let's continue on here. Let's see. Oh, what?
Oh, nothing. I've got allergies.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. And now I'll enlarge this for me so I can read it a little bit better here. Gilda Gay, the modern girl. Now, from what I understand, this one was written by Bernard Bailey, who also was at the time writing Tex Thompson. You remember Tex Thompson, Toys?
Put me on the spot on that one. I have the memory of a goldfish.
From Action Comics. He was kind of the cowboy hero. All right, so let's go. Let's get into this then.
Okay.
Do you know, Gilda? We've known each other for a long time. We certainly have, Monty. Don't you think it's about time we got married? Yes, you're right. But who'll have us? They reprinted this because I don't know if you remember. I think we read that one before. I don't know if you remember that, Toys, or not. That Batco and I probably read.
That was over a year ago.
Yeah. Gilda gags.
Yeah.
Absence makes the heart grow fonder. Peroxide makes the blonde grow blonder. So this one's actually a reprint of one that we had already done before, but still fun to read. Let's see. Let's see now. Who was that man you just raised your hat to? That was my barber. He sold me a bottle of hair restorer a month ago, and whenever I meet him, I let him see what a fraud he is. Go ahead.
That reminds me of the movie Sweet Todd, the Demon Barber of Fleet Street. It's just piss and ink.
Anyways, okay. An architect's mistake today is a breakfast nook tomorrow. Okay. Interesting. So, anyways, as we shall now move on, I'm just gonna put it back down to make things a little fit in a little bit more. Here we go. And here's our other favorite little lady here from the Fiction House universe.
Sheena, Queen of the Jungle.
Uh-huh. All right. Sheena, Queen of the Jungle by W. Morgan Thomas, which was a pseudonym used by Will Eisner of Eisner Award fame. All right. So here we go with this one. First off, before I get started, let me see if there's any commentary in the chat going on. From Crazy Cries here. Yeah, we saw that earlier. I grew up in Jersey. Laugh out loud. Happy. Oh boy. Toys, if you don't mind entertaining the crowd for a moment, I gotta go take
okay.
the load. I'll be right back.
Oh, okay. Let me enlarge my screen so I can read stuff. Sheena, Queen of the Jungle by W. Morgan Thomas. Frightened by the arrival of the plane, the Latanga warriors leave Sheena and Bob alone near the enemy camp. It's as good as it's gonna get for me tonight. Blah. English. It's as good as it's gonna get for me tonight, guys. Climbing into a tree to get a better view, Sheena finds the clearing deserted. Cautiously, Bob and Sheena emerge from the foliage into the clearing. Come on, Sheena. And that's all I can read. All right. So, I am currently thinking of opening up an Etsy shop where I will sell. Oh, I'm going to activate my camera. Don't mind. I couldn't find my good camera, so I have to use the one that's currently on this laptop in my office. So, here, let me start my cam. All right. So, I will be selling these giant action stands at some point. Probably sell them for $20 a piece. They do fit some very large foot soldiers I have made in the past. And they're awesome because they are my logo. Yeah. Not bad, not great, but definitely kind of cool.
All right, I'm back. Hopefully you guys had some fun there amongst yourselves.
I tormented your chat with my terrible narrating skills and trying to promote my future Etsy shop I'm going to put up.
All right. So anyways, let's get back to the story here. All right. So we already read the title. So frightened by the arrival of the plane, the Latanga warriors leave Sheena and Bob alone near the enemy camp. The task of driving the evil white men from the Latanga territory falls on their shoulders. Bob, the big bird, it is there by the camp. We better see if there is anyone around it. Climbing into a tree to get a better view, Sheena finds the clearing deserted. Cautiously, Bob and Sheena emerge from the foliage into the clearing. So, okay, that's a word you don't see every day. So, Toys, would you like to explain to everybody what foliage is?
You mean foliage? Foliage is like a tree canopy. Lots of it's like basically a jungle canopy.
Right, correct.
Yeah. Say
come on, Sheena. Oh. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. No, it's okay. It's okay. It's cool.
All right. Come on, Sheena. I'll show you the inside of the plane.
I'm sure he will.
Well, we also have to remember she's been in the jungle her whole life, so she has no idea what a plane is.
I'm sure that's what he's taking her in there to show her.
You see, it is almost like a native hunt, except that it flies. Or native hut, except it flies.
It's a flying house? Is that what he's saying?
I guess that's one way of putting it, I guess.
Better way. It's a sky base. Oh, sorry.
It is very strange, this man-made thing. Quite an arsenal that those fellows have there. They mean business. Bob, what is this little button for? That's the motor's self-starter. Meanwhile, the pilot and some native porters return to his plane. He suddenly halts in his tracks and listens. Native porters. I wonder what that means. Maybe guides, I guess.
Yeah, it's a guide.
Yeah. I know port, like a hotel porter is somebody like who will usually take your help with your luggage and all that, but
or they escort you to your room, so they show you somewhere.
Right.
A porter.
I hadn't heard I hadn't seen it used in this particular way though before. That's why I was asking. All right. Hold it. There's someone in that plane. Wait, I'm going to find out who it is. And then we see him kind of closer to the door. Bob, I think there's someone outside, someone coming. We better get out of here. Surprised by the pilot's sudden return, Bob and Sheena are forced at pistol point to get out of the plane. A fierce light fills Sheena's large black eyes. Now, I know we've talked about this before as we've read Sheena before, and I know some of our other guys have mentioned this. There was, I think, a movie made back, what was it, in the 80s, late 80s there, Sheena of the Jungle with Tanya Roberts. So, same character here, basically.
Yeah. So Porter really is just a baggage boy.
Okay, baggage boy.
Yeah.
All right.
I was hoping to find out something about a native porter, but I guess it's not a guide. It's just someone that you hire to carry your stuff around for you.
Oh, okay.
How unfortunate. I was hoping for some better context to that.
Yeah, well, I mean, we figured it out nonetheless.
Yeah.
That's part of the fun of all this, right?
Yeah.
As the pilot turns his back for a moment, Sheena, with a cry, springs at him, her knife glistening in the sunlight. Coming at. So, imagine you just come back to your car or something like that, or in this case, the plane, obviously, and somebody's coming at you with a knife. That's got to be quite a harrowing.
Well, if she's been in the jungle all her life, does she have a metal knife, a bone knife, a stone knife? You know what I mean?
I think any which way that it's going to hurt, no matter what type of knife.
Yeah. But, if she's been in the jungle, she's obviously not had any, experience with people other than this one guy. So why would she have a metal knife to make it shine? Just a question. Yeah. breaking the fantasy, I guess.
Yeah.
As an archaeologist, I do that.
The pilot catches her upraised arm in time to save himself and throws her off. Once more, Sheena springs her nostrils, quivering with rage, her eyes blazing with savage hate.
Wow.
He meets her attack with a squarely placed blow to the chin, knocking her out. Wow. Now, in this case, I don't know if in this case, she was attacking him. So you can't be sitting here going, don't hit a woman. She was attacking him with deadly force. He had to respond in kind.
Yeah.
So, but there'd be a few SJWs out there who'd be going, don't hit a woman.
I don't know. Mama didn't raise me to take a shot from anybody, regardless of their gender. So,
right.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah. So Crazy Cries was saying those are cool. I guess he means or I guess he was talking about your toys earlier, or the panels here.
Oh, I don't know, but I was showing off an action, 300% enlarged, so it's a huge one.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So here we go. Continuing with the story then.
Yep.
Why you dirty rat? Oh, ouch. That should hold you for a spell. Hurry, you guys! Tie these two up and take them to the camp house. Sandy should be back pronto. He'll know what to do with them.
Cool.
Cobb and Sheena are bound and led a short distance to the encampment to await the return of Sandy and his men. So if you remember, Sandy was the bad guy from before, I believe.
The last story? Yeah.
From the last time we read the story.
Yeah.
You, Kona, put these two in the guardhouse and stand watch. I'm going to look for Sandy and the gang. They should have been back by now. Sheena, I have a plan to escape. If we can get to the plane, we'll fly to the colonial settlement and notify the authorities. All right. Help! Guard! My hand! It's caught! Come quickly! Again, I can't tell if, in that particular case, if it was a guy or a girl, so I can tell if that was Sheena doing it because I didn't really see. So. Sheena and Bob have been locked in the cabin by the pilot who caught them in his plane. Bob, who has been slightly wounded, okay, and has a plan to escape. So I guess that was him then.
Yeah.
So I think I may have been right. Meanwhile, the pilot leaves them to look for Sandy and his henchmen in the jungle. At last, he joins them. Hi there, Sandy. Wait up a minute. I have some news to tell. I wonder what he wants. He looks pretty excited. Wait up a minute, boys. We just captured a white man and a girl. They're in the guardhouse. Sounds like that Savage girl and that guy Reynolds. They certainly caused enough trouble. Where did you get them, Carter? Were they in camp? Yeah, I caught them snooping around the plane. I had to shoot the fellow. I just winged him, though. Planning to escape, Bob tries to ruse the sentry and tries a ruse. The sentry answers his summons. Reaching out, Bob makes short work of the surprised guard. An instant later, Bob frees Sheena, and stepping over the inert guard, they head to the plane. And Toys, what does inert mean in this particular context?
Passive / inactive. Inert.
Yeah, inactive or passed out or
Yeah.
inactive. Yeah. So,
or if you're talking about for people, it's he knocked him out, put him to sleep. Yeah, but I will say, anybody that walks up to a door where people are held prisoner, you don't back up to it. You walk up to it with a weapon drawn, so that you keep a safe distance between you and the door or you and the cell. Just saying.
Yeah.
Any logical?
Well, obviously the guard wasn't too bright, was he?
Yeah, and I think that's playing on the stereotype of the time. So yeah, you're right.
Well, I think in a lot of stories of the time, henchmen were never too bright at that point, right?
Yeah. And plus, he's been shot.
Yeah.
Where's he got the strength to hold the guy that's in great shape?
Which hand was injured too. Which hand was injured, and which hand is he using to try to control the guard?
Yeah. Well, at the same time, the guard's got 2 good hands. If he's got a bad hand, you just grab the wounded arm and
you just grab the wound and just apply pressure.
Yeah, and then he lets go, and then you walk away, and then maybe you throw your weapon at him because you can.
All right. Anyways, if we can get to the plane, we'll have a chance to escape. First, I'm going to look around the camp for papers. Look, Bob, the men, they are returning. We'll have to move fast and make for the plane right away. Hurry, Bob, or we'll get caught again. Just as Bob set Sheena free, Sandy and his men see the couple make their escape. They pursue them.
Yeah. I especially like the fact that this lady has been like in the jungle, mostly around people that don't speak English, yet she speaks perfect English throughout the comic book. You'd expect her to speak like a broken English.
Well, that would be a lot hard,
It'd be a lot more understandable.
I know, suspend disbelief for a moment there, but it'd be a lot harder to write a story if, well, you have to also, if you remember too, she did spend, before they set off together, they did actually spend some time together. She still may be considered young enough to where she could pick up on things still fairly quickly, including language.
She's obviously at least 18, 19.
Huh? What was that?
She's obviously at least 18, 19 in this comic book.
Yeah. So
more than likely older.
But
and she ain't gonna pick up on it. She ain't gonna pick up on a language she doesn't use very well. Okay, I'll back off because it's like, it's fantasy breaking. It's just the way I am, I guess.
Oh, I get it, but the whole point of comics, as with any niche, is that break away from reality, right?
Mm-hmm.
We got enough reality going on these days.
But you think that they did like spend like a little 2 seconds of like, as time passed, she spent time with Roberts learning English and getting to a point where they could communicate together.
Yeah, and then again, for all we know, this is all happening over a longer time period than we realize. We're thinking of it in matters. It might just be a matter of 2 or 3 days, but But I think in one of the earlier stories, they indicated they'd been together for weeks. So in that time, she could have picked up more of the language. Granted, I mean, and it's still pretty basic too. Her sentence structure and all that's still fairly basic. It's not like there's a huge contextualized situation there. It's like it's still a little more than it's still a little more than You Bob, me Sheena. It's a little,
Well,
it's still
no,
more than that, but
yeah,
it's
it's
not
more than
like,
that. But at the same time, you'd think that there'd still be like slang in the language he's used to that would be incorporated into her English. That wouldn't make sense to someone speaking English, but would make perfect sense in the for someone that's reading this. That would be from the culture that she's supposedly raised in.
right.
Mm.
Big Daddy Toys, laugh out loud. Notice that.
Yeah.
Toys. I've had him on as a co-host before. He's pretty good. He's a pretty good co-host. So I always enjoy having him on. Give his
It's always
perspective.
fun.
Yeah. So. Yeah. So you decided to take your picture off there.
Oh yeah. I'm switching it up.
All right. So, anyways, getting back to the story here. Escaping from the cabin in which they were confined, Bob and Sheena start for the plane, just as Sandy and his men here at the camp. Look, Sandy, they've escaped. There they are. Quick, we got to get them before they get away. Spread out, men. They can't get far away in this undergrowth. I don't know. There's a possibility. I think they can make their way through it more than they realize. Remember, because Sheena knows what she's doing there. But anyways, Bob and Sheena flee through the jungle, pursued by a big, vicious-looking native porter.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's just funny because every time I hear big vicious native porter, I'm like, so they're getting chased by the guy that carries the baggage.
Notice how they described him right there. Big, vicious-looking native porter. It's basically like they're going out of their way to kind of insinuate this guy is nothing more than a beast, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just looking at the comic ahead, you can see she kills him. He's probably like, "Hey, what's going on? I'm told something. I'm supposed to like figure out what's going on with you two." And then next thing you know, boom! Oh, I got a knife in my heart. I'm instantly dead.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Look, Sheena, one of Sandy's porters. He'll warn them, sure. Sheena quickly turns, draws her knife, and throws it deftly.
Mm-hmm.
And there you got it right there, right in the middle of the chest there. Actually, if you look at that I don't know,
that's a heart shot.
Well, it would have to be the heart because at least from the way I see it, she would have had to aim directly at his heart or something like that, or hit his heart exactly, because the way that knife looks like it's going in, it looks more like it's going into the sternum. The sternum, that bone.
Well, that's where the heart's. That's where the heart's located, just behind the sternum. It's the most protected part on your body with the most bone density. Also, but if you look at that last still, there's an awful pot-looking leaf in the undergrowth. If you look at that giant weed, it looks like a big weed plant. I'm just like, holy heck.
Oh, do you think it's possible that maybe it's sprouting its spores and affecting people?
No, I'm just saying it's how artists like to like mess with things and they'll hide stuff in there. But I'll make it look like this just to suggest to somebody that there's something in there.
Yeah.
You remember how
this is 1939, so this is still years before the CCA. So
but they're still gonna be like, I can't just draw this really bad.
Yeah.
Like me, in any art I do, I still hide things like my name or an insult or a joke in my art. It's hilarious if someone finds it and is like, oh, I see, I get it, but
Yeah. So They finally reach the river's edge, where the supply plane floats in the muddy water. And get to the plane safely. Bob is seated at the controls. I hope this thing will start. Here it goes. Just in time, too. Hold on, Sheena. Here we go. But the plane taking that little hydroplane there taking off.
Yeah. Good old swamp buggy.
The pursuers reach the river just as the plane takes to the sky. They must be headed for Dakar to get the colonial police. We'd better clear out of here quickly.
My question is this an older like Caucasian male, or is this just like a scruffy somebody from around the world, or is it someone from the area?
Who, the pilot or Sandy?
The guy with his hand up with the
That's the pilot right there. And
yeah,
I'm
okay,
imagining
that's what I'm
him.
talking about.
I'm imagining him being a little bit older. That's why I'm voicing.
Yeah.
Are you asking why I'm doing the voice in a particular way?
Oh no, I just thought he'd be like a little bit more raspy and sound like he's seen some stuff.
I'm saying the more raspy voice for Sandy, the main villain.
Oh, okay.
So,
all right.
I am trying to subtly have the voices be a little bit different.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you're catching it though as easily, but that there are subtle differences in the voicing techniques. I am trying though to do that. So, so anyways, back to this. Yes, Andy, we better scram if the cops find the fake claim on us. Listen, chump. That land is ours, and we'll fight for it. So get ready. Sandy's men make preparations to fight for the valuable oil lands.
Shadowhawk's here.
Hey, Shadowhawk talk. Saw him earlier on Rex's channel, on Devil Flyer's channel. Hey, Mike. Sorry, I got busy and forgot you were on. Well, welcome to the stream, man. We're going through Sheena here, so glad you're here. We already got through Gilda Gay. You can like and share the stream, see if we can get some more people in here. That'd be appreciated. Really help. With that, I will.
And just a little tidbit of information. If anyone wants to actually get a physical copy of Sheena, Queen of the Jungle, The Golden Age paperback, it is on sale on Amazon for $50.95. Just thought I'd promote that.
Oh, you looked.
I know
that
you can
up?
read it for free online, but some people like the. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I know.
It might be cheaper because I'm looking at Canadian prices.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I know that James Lee is, on Sundays when we've been on RJ's stream. I know that he's talked about how he likes to have the actual physical copy. It's just that a lot of these older comics are a lot harder to find, though. But they are older.
Or if you can find like a complete collection, they're going to be like $50 for everything, right? It's going to be like.
I would think so. Yeah.
It's understandable. Yeah.
Unless it's like an iconic issue, like Action Comics #1 or Detective College 27 or something like that.
Yeah.
Unless it's one of those, then then it's going to be pretty pricey. But for the most part, Anyways, getting ready to move on.
Oh my gosh! I sat here, waved at the camera.
Oh no!
I sat here, waved at the camera because
I had just actually cut away for a moment, but I'm back on the StreamYard screen now.
Oh, okay. All right, because you completely something happened. You had like a weird hiccup, and you just skipped it up in time for a second. So I was like gonna wave at the camera, and I forgot I don't got my camera activated because the one I'm using is trash.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, we'll continue to look on here, and Just Laughs by Robert Kane, aka Bob Kane, the guy who, of course, wrote Batman. So, yeah, I know I said I'd get to this stuff maybe after we got to the main features, but I think we have enough time to hit on as long as they're like the one pagers here. Let's see, we're at the 50-minute mark here, so we should be fine because we only have one other main story to do, and then so I guess we can do it. Let's see. Hick, who says I can't walk a straight line? Hick. Nearsighted, gent? I'll give you $50 for the whole layout in an antique dealer. I'm an antique dealer. Okay.
Yeah. The who says I can't walk on a straight line one reminded me of you ever watch the YouTube videos where cops pull people over and they're super drunk but they think they're sober enough to pass the test, and the one officer,
and then they try to pass the test and they like fall all over themselves. Is that
the one I'm thinking about is the lady sheriff. She's like, okay, if you can do this, I'll let you go. And she's like, forward bump, forward bump, forward bump, 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 and then he does it perfectly. And he's like, you know what would be better? And she's like, what? And he's like, do all that, and then how do you do? You bring it. He brought his arms up, pushed them down, and then jumped from leg to leg. And then he's like, and then grab your hat and then do a barrel roll, you slam it in the air and go yee-haw.
Oh yeah.
And then she's like, that one. And she's like, oh, let me see you do all that. And he's like, oh no, I'm too drunk. And she's like, ah. He's like, oh. That reminded me of.
Yeah, well, I think the thing that she was trying to get him to do was from a movie, I believe.
Yeah.
In fact, I think I now know the movie. I now just remembered the movie, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. I think that I think what you described is what Gene Wilder did.
Oh, at the beginning where he walks out and he's like really crisp and solemn, and then what the heck was it? In the commentary on that movie, he said he just wanted to look really angry and very hurt, and then just surprise everybody with the fact that he's very agile and he's happy. He just wanted to like portray the opposite of what he actually was. So I was like, oh, okay, cool. That actually worked. Yeah. He looked like a
virtual hug from Crazy Cries there.
Oh, hugs. Just keep your hands off my butt, Casey. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay, so Electrotrex refrigerators now being installed. Look at that.
Yeah. The biggest meme or / stereotype is when you go on reservations, you'll see super expensive cars, and then you'll see like a small tiny trailer behind it. Yeah. It's kind of like what's going on in this one, the modern day equivalent.
Yeah. My husband likes to take long walks before breakfast. You know something? You know what he looks like? It looks like he's sleepwalking.
Yeah, that's all it is. Yeah. My husband likes to take long walks before breakfast. You know, it's hilarious how that works out that way.
Yeah. Well, I think that's why they call this section Just Laughs.
Mm-hmm.
You
mean Jest Laughs? Like Jester Laughs?
Yeah. Spectre Dayton. Back in Notre Dame. Inspired in Action. Jungle of the Giant, which is a tech story. It's a steal by 10. And here we go. Here's here's our third main feature, and then we'll, of course, depending on time, we'll go back through and look up some of the other stuff. Alrighty then, and I will go ahead and zoom this in a little bit more to a little easier to read. The Diary of Dr. Hayward by Kurt Davis, which was, I think, I had a little discussion with Rex earlier. I think Kurt Davis, one of the things I heard, it was used as a pseudonym by Jack Kirby, but I've also seen Lou Fine's name attached to this feature as well. And when I was told that Lou Fine's a different person from Jack Kirby, so they might have worked on it together, though. That's what I was trying to think.
Or they could have just been like, okay, you do a story this week, I'll do a story this week. They could have been just like, trading off pay, like what do you call it? They could have been partners and then trading off pay periods. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So, all right. So, anyways, let's get to this.
Okay.
Of course, this is a continuation of a story we've been following as well. So.
Yeah.
I am pleased to know that you have finally come to your senses, Dr. Hayward. You will now talk, yes? You leave me no choice, you cur. I do this for Laura's sake. I regret having been drastic, but your stubborn attitude had to be changed. Now, let us not waste words or time. Speak. Tell me first, Ali Pasha, what will happen to Laura? Will she be released? And what about Stuart and me? Now, you notice here, they changed the spelling. Did you catch that?
Yeah.
They changed the spelling of her name to the more traditional Laura from the Lora. So.
Yeah. Also, if you go back to the first still, this guy in the center, he looks like Mads. What's his name? Mads Mikkelsen, the guy that played Hannibal in the series.
Oh, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Mads Mikkelsen. He replaced Johnny Depp in Fantastic Beast. Maybe you'll know.
I've never seen Fantastic Beast.
Okay. If you Google the here, I'll what the heck? I'll post a name in the chat, and then you can look at it, and then you'll see it, and maybe it'll pique your interest in future content. Maybe. I'll post it in the private chat. There we go. If you look at his picture, he looks exactly like that guy.
Toy Daddy. Well, okay. All I see is a name.
Yeah, that's the actor. If you look it up, and you go back to the first still of this comic, he looks like the guy in between the two characters.
Huh. Oh, are you suggesting I go look it up? Look it up.
Yeah, look up the actor, maybe off stream, and yeah, I think you'll. I can see that.
Mads Mikkelsen.
Yeah, that's his name.
And I can go take a quick peek.
Or if you want, you can look up the TV series Hannibal. He's the character that played Hannibal Lecter. Very good actor. Highly recommend the series. Yep. I haven't seen the new.
Okay, I'm on his Wikipedia page right now. Yeah, I can see the resemblance. I see what you're talking about.
Yeah, I was like,
I can.
Yeah,
the dude's originally, I guess the dude was born in Denmark.
Yeah.
And he has a brother named Lars. His wife is, I guess, Hanny Jacobson. They were married in 2000. He's 56 years old. So.
He does not look 56 years old, though. He looks maybe.
Yeah, he looks more like he's in his 40s.
Yeah, early 40s, maybe mid 40s. I was like, oh.
Yeah. Anyways, getting back to the story here.
Yeah. I apologize for interjecting like that. It was just
No,
really cool, and I
hey, you
wanted
know
to point
something?
it out.
It's okay as long as it doesn't go, as long as it doesn't get too crazy, as long as it's not overly distracting, it's fine, because that's a part of this too. It's like these little trivia tidbits and all that,
Yeah.
make things even more interesting. So you will be duly taken care of when you have given me the information I desire. It would not be wise to merely offer you bare principles or theories. They would be beyond your comprehension. But I can demonstrate them in your laboratory.
Yeah. So my question is: this guy off the scientist? Is this like an Asiatic character, or is it just someone that's foreign? And my other question is: the guy that wants to demonstrate stuff in the laboratory, is he like English or is he American?
Okay. The two characters involved in that last panel there.
Yeah.
The one on the left is Ali Pasha. So I'm guessing he's probably Southeast Asian. Maybe Indian or even Middle Eastern.
Yeah. Because if he was Indian, you'd have to take out your T's and add D's to make him sound more Indian.
Yeah. Well, I'm doing my best with
Yeah, I know. I'm just wondering. Is all.
And as for Dr. Hayward, I'm not exactly sure, because we never really got any idea from the get-go if he was English or American. So
okay.
you
could really take a lot of artistic licenses with this character than the Doctor here. He'd be pretty cool to have fun with.
Yeah. I figured though, with a name like Hayward, he's probably more American than English. Mm-hmm. But that's just. Remember, I'm looking at these characters and I'm going based off the best interpretation I can give of what and who the characters are.
Okay. Well, I'm just asking because of.
Yeah, I know. Just
okay. Cool.
Yeah. Your words are not flattering, but no matter. Remember this, however. Try no tricks, or you will be submitted to the most horrible tortures. You are acquainted with my laboratory. Enter, please, and proceed with the demonstration. For hours, Dr. Hayward and Stewart work on theories, unmindful of their own danger. Let's see. We've completed our work, Doctor. All that remains now is to try out on some subject. And the best subject would be some human. It shall be you, Stewart. Me? Not on your life, Ali Pasha. Hold him, Togo. I am impatient. I must see what happens. Ali Pasha, I can. All right. Oh. Okay. Ali Pasha, I cannot express the contempt I feel for you, but you'll pay for it. Aha, his form is fogged. It is growing invisible. Soon we will know the value of your work, Dr. Hayward. Yeah, look at the artwork right there, Toys. You see the artwork there of how he's turning invisible?
Yeah.
That looks kind of interesting, doesn't it?
As an artist, I'd say they could have did the same effect with well, I guess they got limited space, right? So you can't really put too much detail into a character going invisible. So yeah, I would agree. Yeah, they did a good job there.
Okay, so.
Ooh.
Let's see. When Stuart Taylor has been rendered completely invisible, his body will be transformed into energy, similar to radio waves. And then Dr. Hayward, he will be transmitted when we return him to his normal state here in the laboratory. We shall know the practical value of your work. I can't. I won't let you. I'll kill you first. Wow, what forceful. I'll kill you first.
I'll say he's definitely probably more American than you'd think then.
I'll not let you sacrifice the lad with your mad scheme. I'm going to release Stuart and smash your devilish machines. But a guard quickly appears. Take the meddlesome fool away, Bengal.
Hey, Cross.
Huh?
Cross is here.
Hey, Cross. Hey, Rick. How you doing, man? I hope you're having a good evening. I hope you're having a good birthday today, because I know it's your birthday today. I did wish you a happy birthday on Facebook. I hope you enjoy the content here. If you haven't already, if you can like and share the thing, see if we can get some more people in here, that'd be appreciated. With that, we'll continue on. Well, thank you, Toys, for letting me know that he was here so I could say hi.
Yeah.
Let him know that we appreciate him.
Anytime.
All right. Let's see. Bengal, and throw him into my special built strong room. Into my special built strong room. There we go. Some broken English right there. Now I can proceed without hindrance. The dial is set. Now I must await results. Thousands and thousands of miles away, hidden from the world by the bleak vastness of the Tibetan Himalayas, there lives a tribe of warlike Mongols. A council of the inner circle is in progress. Oh, those are what they believe Mongols looked like back there in 1929. Hey, Toys?
Yeah.
Interesting. I mean, they're not that bad looking, but it's just still kind of
well, the one guy is... Okay. I ain't gonna say much. I'll just shush at this point.
I wasn't looking. All I was doing was just...
I wasn't saying anything. I was just noticing the obvious stereotypical things that the very early 1900s stereotypes that would pop up in artwork. It's hilarious.
Yeah. In the midst of this group, a strange vapor suddenly takes form. With shouts of terror, the Mongols scatter. Wow. Oh my head feels as though a wind were rushing through it. Where's Dr. Hayward and Ali Pasha?
Hi.
Oh, that was Jeremiah saying hi, Mike.
Oh, hey, Jeremiah.
Mike said hi, Jeremiah.
Hi.
Say hi.
You
Okay.
kind of surprised me there, my young friend.
Yeah, he just woke up and he's like, he looks at me. He's like, "What's going on?" And I'm like, turn off my mic. I'm like, I'm co-hosting with Mike on the Mikestand. He's like, "Oh." I'm like, "What?" He's like, comes over. He's like, "Hi."
Yeah. Well, Cross just dropped his link in the chat. So, good. Just finished my launch stream about a half hour ago. Well, thank you for dropping in there, Rick. Hope it went well. And just in case you guys don't know, Rick is a comic book artist who right now is doing a book called Canadian Shield. Might want to go over to his site to check it out. Showing us, I guess, a hero of Canada from his mind, because he's from up there. Well, he's from up in your neck of the woods there, Toys. I think he's from the Kitchener, Ontario area there.
No, he's a 35-minute drive from my house. I know where it is.
Well, let's get back to the story here. What is this place? I feel so strange. Lost. Who is that curious creature shouting at me? Oh boy. Yeah, he doesn't realize it's a Mongol. It's a curious creature. Okay, that's right, Hamilton. Sorry about that, Rick. Didn't mean to.
I was gonna correct it, and I was like, wait, maybe I shouldn't. I don't want to dox anybody or myself at this point.
I think most of us in here who already know where you're at. Well, we don't know a specific address, but we know the general area.
Yeah, I'm in Southern Ontario.
Right. What manner of spirit art thou, and wherefore comest thou amongst us? Speak, I command thee. What a fine mess this is. Ali Pashi's machine has dropped me among a tribe of queer pygmy Mongols. Okay.
Oh, wait, what did he say?
I said queer pygmy Mongols. Boyd, would you like to explain to everybody what, in this particular context, what a queer pygmy Mongol is? Toys?
Oh, what's up?
Would you like to explain to everybody what, in this context, what a queer pygmy Mongol is?
Well, the original definition for queer was strange, odd, peculiar, or eccentric. So maybe he just he looks crazy to him.
Well, I think another way of putting this is strange little Mongols would be probably another word. Strange little Mongols. Pygmy is a small person, right?
Yeah. Well, the term eccentric originates from insane. So this little person's probably got an insane look on their face as you look at the deep sunken eyes that are just pure anger with their wide open mouths. I would say that looks quite insane. Oh,
a lost civilization, and now I find myself helpless in their power. Everything all right there, Toys?
Yeah, I dropped my phone.
I heard some crashing there.
Drop my phone.
Most exalted chieftain, thy humble servant has summoned the grand magician. He comes. Ah, my noble sire, I learn we have a visitor, a spirit from the great void beyond. It is an evil spirit, no doubt, but fear not. The magician approaches Stuart and proceeds to mumble mysterious incantations, meanwhile waving a gruesome wand. Then, with a great shout, he strikes Stuart Taylor on the chest. I have subdued the spirit, thy graciousness. He is now in thy power. In a flash, black coils lash out, and the amazed Stuart is firmly bound. Triumphantly, the pygmy chieftain orders Stuart Taylor led away. Doesn't this remind you a little bit of Gulliver? From Gulliver's Travels?
Oh, yeah, Gulliver's Travels, yeah. It's pretty cool how they have him tied up. I don't see any rope in the hair, though. How dare they? No, I'm just kidding.
Release the bonds of this strange spirit and cast him into the pit. Let's see. Ali Pasha has put me into this odd predicament. I hope this theory will rescue me in time. Hope his theory. Okay, his theory, sorry. He is the spirit of evil, most exalted. He is the spirit of evil, most exalted one. With him imprisoned by my occult powers, our land will prosper.
He's evil, my occult powers, in the same sentence.
Yeah. Which makes you wonder which is more evil.
Well, obviously the occult is the definition of evil.
Yeah.
Calling someone evil while you're using the occult as power. It's like
almost sounds borderline hypocritical, doesn't it?
It's very hypocritical, yeah.
And for thy efforts, magician, ye will be well rewarded with cattle and slaves. George, what would you do if somebody offered you cattle and slaves?
Well, if I'm a Mongol and you offer me cattle, I'd be very displeased because I'd rather have horses because that was what was valued in Mongol society. So it would be like, But slaves is a common thing you'd normally get in a raid. Normally, the person leading a raid into like a Roman village, they would get the person that led it would get their choice of what they wanted. Would it be trinkets, wealth, or slaves? They would get their pick of what they got to take. Historical fact.
Lost in a strange, secluded part of the world. Heaven knows what these poor ignorant Mongols take me for, an evil spirit or some such rot. Look at how I was able to fill in the blanks with that big splotch over those words. You see that big black splotch right there? I'm still able to figure out what they were saying there.
Yeah.
If only I were a spirit, there would be no need for fear. Because then he'd be translucent and things would just pass right through him. And he could pass right through objects. It would be foolhardy to resist or try to escape at this time. I'll wait and see. There's probably no connection existing between this place and the outer world. Ah, there's someone coming. At least I'm not forgotten. Okay, I'm guessing it's a little bit hard to tell there, but I'm going to guess that might be a woman right there. That last panel right there.
Yeah, I see it.
Black and white. It's a little hard to tell. Think that's a guy or a girl?
I am refraining from making a comment on that one.
All right. All right. Well, I'll do. Okay. Man of the spirit world. I bring thee food from the temple. If this is another one of those leering pygmies coming to annoy me with some silly religious rites, I'll step on him. All right. So you confirm that it's a guy. Okay.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to tell because it's the black and white, and then the way they were drawing it. Don't be angry. I am only a slave appointed to attend thee. Seems pleasant enough, and brings me food. Perhaps I can make him useful to me. You can't. You can't tell. All right, and that was that for that. So we're right on time here. Hour 22. So
not bad.
Go back and hit some of the like 1 or 2 pagers. 1 hour 22. So we still got some time here.
Yeah. Sweet.
Let's see. Number Jim's party prize. Oh, and here's our old friend. Here's our old favorite here. Here's the ad right here. The World Mic, the
Jiu-Jitsu.
Look at all that.
Yeah. Oh, the cap guns.
Yeah.
Oh, the pop guns. Because they go pop. Oh, you got a police badge, or is that a detective badge ID over there? Under the big entertainer. The joy buzzer.
I am coming to Action's house for the pool party. Amen.
Amen. Yep. I gave Casey an open invitation. If he's ever in my neck of the woods, he could always pop in, jump in the pool, have some pizza, maybe grab a beer if he's up to it. Maybe.
All right, and then here's kind of the back over there. So, and we'll kind of go through. This time we'll run through it again, and just we'll stop off at some of the like shorter ones here. Let's see. Might come back through again. Uncle Otto by Carl Heck. Let me edit. What's so funny?
Oh, I was just rereading chat.
See the great. I'm a wiggling, world famous rascal. 10 cents a look. Hit the funny man and win a Cupid doll. Help! Hey, Rube! Oh boy. Hey, hang on to this scaffold rope. Clap, clap. Bravo! Crash!
The next day, Robin was born.
Stars on Parade by Laura Lane. Katharine Hepburn has a hobby of collecting hats. So far, she has collected 200 of them. Wow.
Ooh,
See what else?
pretty cool.
Lionel Standard. Now this is interesting because Lionel Standard, of course, old time actor. There, the name is familiar to me because he was the guy who voiced Cup in the Transformers the movie before John Stevenson replaced him in the this is a G1 movie, Transformers movie.
Oh, okay, an animated movie. Okay, yep.
Right, cartoon movie. Yeah. Back in 1986, Lionel Standard provided the voice of Cup in the animated movie, and then eventually John Stevenson replaced him when Cup made his small screen debut on the third season of Transformers, the G1 cartoon I'm talking about.
Yeah,
one from back in the 80s. So Lionel Standard draws a larger salary than some of the stars he supports.
that's awesome.
Some of the stars he supports. So I guess he's a supporting actor.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
Jean Muir, one of Hollywood's loveliest girls, wears the largest wears the largest shoe in the movie Colony. Wow. Well, I would think that most women would not like to have that designation. I don't think most women would like to be
Known as having big feet.
as having big feet.
Actually, don't care. He welcomes all the ladies with the big feet. No, I'm just kidding. Did I just hear Mike say thank you?
No, I said same here.
Oh, okay.
Wallace Beery ran away from home when he was a youth and joined up with a circus and became a water carrier for the elephants. Okay. I knew them when William Powell, in the year 1930, was just another slapstick actor. Here is a Bill in a typical rose, taken from a scene in his act. Okay, so now, Toys, you know what slapstick is, right?
Yeah.
It's a type of physical humor.
Yeah.
So there
is an amazing slapstick comedy actor. I'm trying to think of his name. Silent films. He has a mustache named after him. And the only reason I can remember once
Charlie Chaplin. I'm thinking
that's
Charlie.
it. The mustache was called the Chaplin. Yeah, you're right.
Okay. Lulu Desti washes her face with orange juice. Okay, that's interesting. Washes her face with orange juice, huh? Kind of interesting.
Well, it would be an acidic based compound with lots of sugar in it, so I could see it removing lots of makeup, but I couldn't see it like doing any actual cleansing. In fact, her complexion probably looked pretty awful after she was done with it.
Actually, that kind of your statement right there reminds me of an episode of Seventh Heaven. Believe it or not, it reminds me of the episode where Simon, who was played by David Gallagher, decided that he was going to only eat carrots and eat lots of carrots.
To improve his eyesight.
Because he ate so many carrots, he built up so much creatine. I think is what they said it was that his skin actually turned orange.
Are we sure we're not talking about an episode of the Magic School Bus?
Yeah, I'm sure. This was from Seventh Heaven. It actually did happen.
Oh,
his skin actually turned orange, and when they took him to the doctor told him he ate too many carrots, basically.
Oh, okay. I'm going to look up that episode number. Simon turns orange.
Heroes of Sport by Tom Swift, famous world athletes. Catherine Rawls, one of the most versatile women swimmers of all time, winner of 4 national outdoor and 2 indoor crowns. She has traveled extensively, speaks many languages. Wow. Interesting. Let's see. Florine Picklesheimer. Florine Picklesheimer.
Picklesheimer? Like Pickle Slimer?
No, Pickles. I'm guessing it's Picklesheimer. It's
Picklesheimer,
Look at it. Picklesimer. Picklesheimer. Florine Picklesheimer. The high school girl from Arnoldville, Georgia, scored all 29 points in a basketball game against Monroe High School, 29-25. Some pretty low-scoring games back then, huh?
Well, they'd be more competitive and probably more rough with less safety gear, so the chance of injury would be way higher.
Well, this was a basketball game. What safety gear? You're just going around in your shorts and a jersey, and you're trying to put a ball into a hoop.
Well, at the time, it was a basket without a bottom in it, and you would be wearing a full track uniform.
Huh. Well, that I was not aware of, but Patty Berg poses with the Grace Doherty Cup, which she won for the 3rd consecutive year by defeating Jean Catherine Jameson in the finals of the Miami Beach Women's Golf Championship meet held at Coral Gables, Florida. Score 4-3. All right. Let's see. Ty Cobb. The name of Ty Cobb stands for one of the most colorful careers in baseball history. He was the greatest all-around player the game ever produced at that time. Of course, this was just shortly after Babe Ruth too. This was like four years prior to Babe Ruth. All-around player. In other words, he hit for average. He could field. He could run. I think he's still I think he might be 4th or 5th on the all-time stolen base leadership. He's still the all-time leader in hits and actually no, he's 2nd in hits and an all-time leader in batting average.
Wait. You mean he could do good hits with the bat, make it to more than just first base before someone else had to take over running to the next base for him?
Yes. He was not Babe Ruth. And my understanding, when Babe Ruth did that was a publicity stunt.
Yeah.
Well, actually, no. The publicity stunt was when they actually had him going around the bases in a taxi cab.
Yeah.
Okay, for 12 years, Cobb led the American League in batting. I mean, he has a career batting average of, I think, like 366, 367.
Yeah.
You know, so around there. As a base runner, he was not. He has not been equaled for daring and accuracy. This is all from September 6th, 19. Now, of course, we know that's not the case because since this time, of course, both Lou Brock and Ricky Henderson broke his stolen base record. Ricky Henderson's the all-time stolen base leader now. So
I was gonna say there was once a time when someone broke the batting record, but there was an issue with it.
Pete Rose surpassed his hit record.
Well, there was somebody that there was a guy who beat someone's record. I think it was in the 90s, and he ended up getting his record removed because they found out he was using steroids. But then again, it is baseball, and it was very unregulated. So,
maybe you might be talking about Sammy Sosa or Mark McGwire or Barry Bonds, any one of those individuals, because they were all,
Yeah.
But for all of his magnificent talents as a player, for all of his knowledge of the game, he proved a failure as a manager. Now, that is kind of funny. Usually the great players end up being bad managers. Vice versa. And it's usually the guys who end up being the good managers
are the worst.
Are usually the guys who either not as talented or guys who end up being mediocre. I mean, look at Tommy Lasorda. Tommy Lasorda was a pitcher, came up with the Kansas City Athletics for in 1957. I think he only pitched one game. Walter Austin, I think, only had like one game at first base. Those are two guys I can think of.
Well, just remember the old adage: those who can't teach.
Right. And I guess it works the other way too.
Yeah.
Those who can't teach.
Yeah.
Right. But I think one of the things I remember most as we're talking about that concept too, Ted Williams. Ted Williams, who had I think a 346 career batting average. He's a Boston Red Sox Hall of Famer. Probably considered the splendid splitter. Probably considered one of the greatest left-handed hitters of all time. Right up there with guys like Cobb and Ruth and Gehrig and all that. And yet, when he managed, he really couldn't manage all that well. Now, granted, part of it was, of course, the team he managed was the newer Washington Senators that eventually became the Texas Rangers.
Yeah.
Okay, in the early 70s there.
Yeah.
But as I recall reading a story on him about that, one of the things is that he would get frustrated because he couldn't get he would try to explain it to them the way he knew it, right?
Yeah, but they just didn't get it.
The whole idea being that he couldn't come to that realization that the players aren't going to do it like he does it.
Yeah. Everyone has their own way of doing things.
They don't have his same gift. I think one of the things that comes out of that, when you're talking about those who can't teach, it's because those who can't teach, because I think in a way because they don't have the natural talent, they have to work harder to do good work, right? They have to make more of an effort to get like a 250, 260 batting average, to get like double-digit home runs and stolen bases. They have to work harder to produce. And because of that, they know the struggle, and they can emphasize more with a younger player's struggles as they're learning. Right? You kind of get what I'm saying?
There's also people that just want it done their way. And if they don't get it their way, nothing's good enough other than their way.
Right. One of the few guys who was an actual talented player who actually proved to be fairly good manager too, albeit again he was on like losing teams most of the time. It's Frank Robinson. As a manager, he actually did pretty well himself, but it's just that it was just that, a lot of teams he would play for, like the 70s, or a lot of the teams he would manage, like the 70s Cleveland Indians, were just not that great a team. So news facts. There's the news facts. Montgomery, Alabama. The Alabama Supreme Court outlawed traffic parking meters on downtown streets as an unauthorized exercise of taxing powers. Wow. The Galapagos Islands. Every winter proves a treasure hunter's. Every winter, droves of treasure hunters comb the little island for treasures reputed to have been buried by Captain Henry Morgan. There's more news facts here. Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. A wealthy coal magnate, after a wild night, was arrested for interfering with the work of the street cleaning department. Wow. New York. Ben Burke, a jobless salesman, entered a phone booth and calmly set about shaving. He was booked on a charge of disorderly conduct. Interesting. Toys, would you go shave in a phone booth?
Is there a mirror? No, I would not. I'd shave in my car.
Let's see, where are we at on time now? Let's see. Oh, we're on hour 42. So
yeah.
Let's see. We might try to hit up at least one or two more of these one pagers, and then start to wrap up because we're getting close to the 2 hour mark here. And then the puzzle fun, we already kind of covered puzzle fun before. We'll just make one last run through here. See if there's any other interesting. Let's see, Pee-wee. Okay. And Pee-wee was the top half of Gilda Gay. We already read the Gilda Gay, so we'll kind of look at Pee-wee here. Pee-wee by S.M. Iger, who was actually also the editor of this book. S.M. Iger, Samuel Maxwell Iger, who was said to be Will Eisner's longtime partner in terms of as a creative team. My mom sure has her hands full. My cranky aunt Tilly came for a 2-week visit and stays 10. Does your aunt Tilly help with the housework, Pee-wee? Yeah. She washes her dog. It's a tough world. Billy says it cost his uncle, Titus, $3,000 a year to live. Gosh. After seeing him, I say it ain't worth it. All right. I wonder what that's supposed to mean. All right. So here's another one. Another pound. Uncle Willie, hasn't Aunt Susie got the nicest curls in her hair? Yes, done by a machine that made permanent waves. Gee, couldn't they invent a real useful machine so a fellow could get a permanent neck wash? The kids who don't like take baths. Huh there, Toys?
Yeah.
I hear your little brother Felix has a new tooth. Well, that's one thing less for him to cry about. Funny stuff, huh?
Yeah.
Let's see. And then
Crazy Christ said beta carotene.
What was that, Toys?
Crazy Fry said something. Oh, I'm tired. Okay, Crazy Christ said something in chat.
Beta carotene, which might be the lot. Okay, I have no idea. Toys, did you see this in the private chat?
Oh, the pickle scene. The name I was just putting down, and I just put down the name and its origin and stuff in the private chat.
Okay, because I can't even understand that.
Hey,
About
Picklesheimer. Picklesheimer. That was that. Remember that lady from earlier?
Oh yeah, with that
and
name.
I just looked up her name. It was Americanized from a German, which was Battlesheimer, or perhaps of its variant. I can't even pronounce that one. It's a habitational name, which means it was just a name that described what the person did. So it's like their name was it meant that they pickled things.
Right.
Yeah, it's a very rough translation of what the name means.
All right. Well, I think we covered a good amount of material there. What would you say there, Toys?
I completely agree.
Yeah,
I'm very
that was
tired at
pretty
this
good
point
stuff.
in the night.
What are you going with the French version of your name or something there?
Yeah, I put it. I've been changing up the entire chat. You just now noticed it. It's just the Action Toys channel in French.
All right. So let's see. So we're at hour 48 now. So I think it would probably would be a good time
Crazy
to
said
start
something.
winding down a bit. Hope everybody enjoyed it. So what we're gonna do now, we're gonna start to wrap things up here. Toys, if you'll stick around for a couple minutes afterwards for post game. So what we do at the end of the show, of course, is we do a segment called This Day in Niche History, where I just basically go back, basically This Day in History segment, just focusing on niche topics.
Sweet.
So with that being said, without no further ado, why don't we go ahead and take a look back at this day in niche history? History! And on this date today being Friday, June 24th, let's take a look back at this day in niche history. So first off, we head back 25 years ago today, as on this date, actor Brian Keith, who was an American film, television, and stage actor. He also lent his voice to a number of different cartoons, including voicing Uncle Ben in the 90s Spider-Man series.
Yeah.
He was a guy who he passed away on this date in 1997 at the age of 75. They said he had committed suicide, as I recall, is how he died. Died of a self-inflicted gunshot wound. So on June 24th, 1997, at the age of 75, Keith died of a self-inflicted gunshot wound at his home, Malibu, California. He suffered from emphysema and lung cancer during the latter part of his life, despite having quit smoking 10 years earlier. He reportedly also struggled with financial problems and suffered from depression. Throughout his final days, Keith's death occurred 2 months after the death of his daughter, Daisy, who also died by suicide. So there. So
he had so much going against him. Holy heck!
Yeah, but for those of us on the cartoon side of it, he was the voice of Uncle Ben in the 90s Spider-Man. Oh, you remember that?
Yeah, because they only got him to record like a handful of lines, and then that was it.
Well, because one of the scenes, one of the set of lines I remember specifically was, I think, during a flashback scene where he and and Peter, of course, voiced by Christopher Daniel Barnes.
Yeah.
They had an exchange where
with great power
Peter,
comes
where they're out fishing.
Yeah.
And Peter goes, "Uncle Ben, you know my rotten luck. You know my rotten luck." And and Uncle Ben, voiced by Brian Keith, goes, "Luck has nothing to do with it, son. In life, you only need two things." And I'm paraphrasing. I don't remember the exact quote here, but
are you sure that was the '90s version and not the the Amazing Spider-Man cartoon?
I am sure that's the '90s version.
Okay.
Now, I remember that. I remember that scene. I may not remember the word exactly.
Oh, okay.
But I remember that scene. And he goes, you need two things in life. You need skill and you need determination, or something like that. And I know you have the. It was confidence and skill. Yeah. I know you have the skill because I taught you. What you lack is the confidence. Peter, believe in yourself. Now, I may not have all the words exactly right. I'm paraphrasing there, but that was essentially the scene.
Yeah.
So I enjoyed the show. God bless. I hope he's sticking around for the history aspect of it. Anyways, so now with that, we'll move on to the next history segment. Let's give me a sec here to remind myself of order. Okay. All right. So now we move. What?
Someone sent me a picture of something that's funny.
Okay. So now we move next to 2002. On this date in 2002, 20 years ago today, the WWE held its Monday Night Raw event from the Gund Arena in Cleveland, Ohio. And let's see, I overshot. And of course, at that event, in the main event, saw Rob Van Dam retain the Intercontinental Championship over Brock Lesnar via DQ. Van Dam on that, of course, retains the Intercontinental Championship. You also saw NWO members The Big Show and X-Pac defeat Booker T, Goldust, Linda Miles teaming up with Trish Stratus to defeat Jackie Gata and Molly Holly. Tommy Dreamer defeated Raven in a loser leagues Raw match. So you still had kind of the remnants at this point of the whole ECW, WCW alliance angle still going. I think by this point it was starting to really die out.
Yeah.
So that happened on this date back in 2002. This is a little over a year after WWE had bought out WCW. In fact, Gund Arena was where WWE was when they actually had the simulcast of the two shows. So there we go with that one. And I know I'm getting pretty dark here, but I think
turn the light on.
Yeah. Actually, let me step away for a moment if you want to promote anything while I'm gone here, toys. I can take care of it.
Oh no, I wasn't ready for this. All right, guys. After stream, if the streamer is gonna stream, I highly recommend Crazy Cries. Very fun guy to watch. Sometimes I would say he's more of a variety streamer, but he's been playing a lot of Fortnite lately, been kicking lots of butt, taking names, collecting lots of quests. Other cool people to watch is Cammy316 on Twitch. Very cool. Also check out Crumbrion. Very fun, especially when she's playing what was that game? League of Legends or something like that. The amount of rage is amazing. Oh yeah. Also go check out the Action Toys channel if you want to see cool toy restorations, me making reproduction parts, making cool stands for toys. I can do pretty much anything. And if you feel like checking me out, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. I also really do appreciate viewer feedback. So if you like something, let me know. If you dislike something, let me know. I really do appreciate the interactions with everybody. So, as always, stay awesome, guys. Virtual hug. Yep, virtual hugs. Hug emote.
All right, I'm back. So we
Yep.
got just a couple more things to look at here in terms of history, and then we'll
Yeah.
be done. Right. So the next thing we're going to look at here is from 15 years ago on the anime side of things here. So on this date, 15 years ago today, from back in 2007, the anime Tetsuko no Tabi premiered on this date in 2007, 15 years ago, on Family Gekujo in Japan. Of course, this was not dubbed. I think you can only find it. I don't even know if there was actually any that was even sent out beyond Japan. But the 13 episode anime from Group THC. So on this date, 15 years ago today, Tetsuko no Tabi premiered on Family Gekujo.
The only way you could get anime in back in the day was to get bootleg versions on VHS, and they would be in Japanese, and there was no subtitles. So you would have to, if you want to know what they're saying, you'd have to learn to speak an amount of Japanese to know what's going on.
Yeah.
But back in the day, people would just make up their own subtitles and throw them on there.
Yeah. And last but not least, of course, last piece of Nietzsche history here before we head out. So that I can find it here. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, so on this date in 2015, which was 6 years ago today, the 15th issue of Loki, Agent of Asgard from Marvel Comics went on sale on this date. 7 years ago today. I'm sorry, 7 years ago today, not 6. 7 years ago today. It sold for $3.99. Like, look at that. Even 6 years ago, it's like $4 for a comic.
Yeah.
Compared to 10 cents back in the golden age.
Yeah.
Story was called. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, what's the inflation on that 10 cents in today's dollars? It might be a bit.
I wouldn't know that because I don't have the inflation calculator. I don't know if you have an inflation. The one who had the inflation calculator was that goat.
Oh, okay.
So that unfortunately, that's another thing I'm gonna miss that. But but it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be fun having different co-hosts every week and giving different perspectives. I sure we had fun tonight, right there, Toys.
Yeah. What year is this? Was that again? Did you say 2000 what?
For what? This right here, Loki,
Yeah.
Agent of Asgard, 2015, 6 years ago.
Okay, and
Or 7 years ago. Sorry.
Oh, okay. And what was the 10 cents one?
Well, the 10 cents one was the Jumbo comic. Jumbo comic. What, do you have an inflation calculator now? Did you find it? Toys?
I'm looking it up now.
Okay, that was from March of 1939 when it was 10 cents.
Okay, so that would be has an average inflation of 3.6 cents per year from 1930, so that'd be 70, 60, no, 70, 80, 90. Times that's That would be $9 in today's money. That 10 cents
So 10 cents back then would be $9 and change today.
today.
So
Yeah,
that would be even more expensive than the current comics right now. Then.
yeah. Well,
So,
considering before this time, comic books at one point sold for 5 cents.
actually, no. As far as I know, they all from the beginning they were always like 10 cents. Comic books were.
Really?
They were 10 cents. Going all the way back to 1933, they were always 10 cents. And then they were 10 cents from like the very beginning up until like the early, I think it was 1961 or 62 was when they actually increased for the first time. And they went from like 10 cents to 12 cents at that point. So with this though, from 2015 here, it was $3.99, 28 pages, edited by Will Moss. The story was the old Army game, was 20 pages. Loki was the featured character, written by Al Ewing. Art done by Lee Garbett. Clayton Cowles did the lettering, and Antonio Fabella did the coloring. So there we go with that one. So there we go. That's it for all the content tonight, guys. I thank everyone for being here. I hope everybody comes back Monday to catch the Neats news and all that. And of course, I'll have some wrestling news as this weekend AEW and New Japan are doing their Forbidden Door pay-per-view collaboration from Chicago. So we'll be talking a little bit about that, as well as a number of different like comic and anime stories. Well, so with that, guys, I thank everybody for being here. Let's see.
Crazy Cries said he had Journey into Mystery 83. He found it wrapped in twine in the trash. It was the first appearance of Thor. Yeah.
Tell Action to grab a nice cup of coffee.
Yeah, I'm gonna need it.
Go check that out. Anyways, I thank everybody for being here, and I hope to see everybody back here on Monday. Next week, RJ Carter from Critical Blast will be joining me. We'll be finishing up our coverage of February 1939 here, in which we will be looking at Feature Funnies number 18. So our old friend Captain Napkin Face, whose real name, of course, is The Clock, as well as Black X, and, of course, whatever other stories we decide to go through at that time. Feature Funnies was published by Quality Comics. So, at that time. So, with that, guys, I thank everybody for being here, and I hope to see everybody back here on Monday for the Neats Newscast. And I will see you all on Monday. Bye.
Bye.